Jake Paul took to X to make a complete ass of himself like the dim douche he is and mocked the unsettling Billie Eilish situation. And that's the nice version of what I wrote. If you're unaware, the 2026 Grammys went totally woke. Billie Eilish, who attended as well as won an award, participated in the wokeness.
No one is illegal on stolen land. And yeah, it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter, and I say sorry.
She said, guys. She said, no one is illegal on stolen land. She was not the only celebrity to utilize the massive stage to speak on what is happening in the States, but she is the one getting the most flack from what I can see. Sure. In response to her statement, no one is illegal on stolen land, a British white man flew to LA to stand outside her house.
First of all, isn't that ironic? Massive gates keeping people out. I thought Billie didn't believe in borders. The lights are on, so somebody must be home. Let us in, please, Billie. We are here because this is stolen land, Billie.
In his misguided colonizer mind, he thought he was making a point about being able to do whatever he pleases, since no one is illegal in stolen land. He lacked the mental strength and intelligence to realize that statement has nothing to do with attempting to harass someone on their own private property. There should be no such thing as illegal immigration on stolen land. There absolutely are still trespassing laws. Like, what? Yes, the irony of his white Britishness was completely lost on him. Speaking of less than intelligent white dudes, we are now brought to the Jake Paul of it all. The tweet reads, I should probably actually have that ready to go and read. Go me. The main tweet, that is, he tweeted multiple times, like, bro, what the fuck are you yapping about? If you don't like ICE, then you can't call 911 when you're in trouble. Jesus Christ. If you don't respect law enforcement agents, then you shouldn't depend on them. When Billie Eilish, never heard that one before, gets her home broken into, it's not gonna be ICE, I can promise you that. Bro. He your ass up. He wasn't making a point, to be clear, but whatever point he thought he was making, why couldn't it be made without the implication of violence? It's just a pattern I've noticed amongst a certain crowd. I was reading about the absolutely tragic situation happening with Savannah Guthrie's mother, and one of them commented on the article, "Let this be a lesson to liberals who mocked Charlie Kirk's death." Just classless and despicable and evil as always. So, I understand that you, Jake Paul, were not an intelligent life form prior to getting your shit rocked in front of the entire world, so comprehension must be supremely difficult now, but I will try to walk slowly through this. When's the last time you called 911 and immigration enforcement answered the phone? I've been American my whole life. Hell, I'm more American than the people who are terrified of brown immigrants. Half black, if you couldn't tell. And if you don't know the history there, figure it out. But I have called 911 a handful of times. Nary a once did ICE pick up. So, if you would so graciously please explain to me how condemning ICE means you shouldn't call the police when you need law enforcement. Oh, you have asthma? I better never see you enjoying a sweet vanilla perfume. Oh, you hate the color blue? You're not allowed to go outside unless it's overcast. You've lost that privilege. That sounds really stupid and nonsensical, doesn't it? Not that I actually think Jake Paul is watching, but you know, if he was, he wouldn't understand the use of metaphors. He's just so ugly. He's just so fucking ugly. Giving me acid reflux. Lastly, I find the use of when and not if her home gets broken into to be alarming. They are notoriously a group of violent people who don't regulate their emotions, and that is a very dangerous combination. Are you implying that that should happen? By tweeting this, are you, Jake Paul, trying to subtly incite such an incident? At the very least, are you personally hoping for it? Because you think that'll prove a point? I'm not making any accusations, of course, but this language is not safe and very well could lead to something bad. You never know what unhinged, deranged person is gonna read that tweet and be like, you know what? Yeah. But, enjoy slurping up the scum left behind by the child rapist, Jake Paul. Way to go, dude. Would you look at that? Of course he violates consent. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. I've said before, I don't want to make it a habit of posting politically charged content. I have no intentions of being a political creator. It's just, that's where the culture is right now. The famous people are getting called out for their horrific politics, or they're calling out their peers. But I had to talk about this really quick. Hopefully the next piece of news will be just run-of-the-mill pop culture drama, and we can all just sit back and kiki and have fun. And hopefully you'll be there to see it. Until next time.